Well, how's life been like since becoming the champion?
It's been great. I mean, I visualized being a world champion since I was 11, 12 years old. To go out and finally capture that feat and put that chapter behind me is great. Now I'm on the next chapters. Keep building my legacy and defending this title as long as I can and starting the next chapter. So one chapter closes and the other one opens.
Well, obviously the open chapter next, TJ Dillashaw, somebody who has history with Team Alpha Male. What's it like confronting him as the next challenge?
I'm excited for it. It's a fight that I wanted for so long, especially with the animosity and the hatred towards TJ for what he's done and how he's acted, not as a fighter but as a man.
Obviously, when this was announced, you guys were announced as coaches. You had a little bit of time to think about what it was going to be like on set. Kind of being around every day. What has it been like compared to what you thought it might be?
Sure, I got like 4 days notice to come out here. With Dana, it was, you want an opportunity to coach a TUF against TJ? Yeah. I'm like, when? Thinking a couple weeks, like, oh, you're going to be out here Monday. He had a memorial, I had a parade and a ceremony in my hometown. So it was like, I've been just traveling since after the fight. Finally was able to go home. So it was good to go home, reconnect, get grounded with my family and a lot of my support that started from the beginning. But I was excited. I knew what I was going to be on this show. I knew TJ was going to come in here and be TJ. So I'm not surprised the way he's acting.
What was it like back in your hometown then? I mean, you had all the celebration and stuff here. There was so much, it's kind of big. And then you go home and it's like your small town again. What was that kind of like?
It was the best. I mean, I was put on a float. I had a float, I had a parade through town. Everyone came out. We went to the high school and had a big ceremony. I think a lot of my, mentors and coaches spoke before I did, about my journey and helped me out my journey, have a little helping hand. So it was nice to hear, them explain and express how proud they were of me and what I overcame and the start. Because those are the people that believed in me from the beginning. So it was nice to be able to come home and just, share that memory and be able to give Maddox the belt. He has it hanging up in his man cave. So that was, 5 years in the making that it was finally able to do that. And the crazy thing is that on that Sunday of the parade, the ceremony was 5 years to the day that I met Maddox. When I first went and met Maddox when I got out of the hospital at his house. So it was crazy that in 5 years we were able to beat leukemia, become a world champion, and able to give him the title on the same day that I met him 5 years before that. So it was crazy, but I mean, everything happens for a reason, and that was our destiny. And I always truly believe that. It was always my destiny to be a world champion, but along the journey, to the title, I met so many amazing people and experienced that more. So it was the most rewarding night of my life, and I can't wait to relive it on July 8th. July 8th I'm fighting, right? It's the finale, or the pay-per-view. I keep telling it the 6th. I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna whoop his ass on the 6th and have my birthday on the 7th. So it's fine.
Is that official, or is that just your expectation?
It's the 5th, 6th, the International Fight Week. So
that's when the final takes place.
Pretty sure. I'm not sure. Just speculation. I'm a good guesser. I hope so.
Every time two big rivals are in TUF, like they have a lot of scenes. We had that with Gadelia and Joanna, talking to each other, and sometimes it got physical when you were in TUF, against McGregor. How is the atmosphere between you and TJ?
TJ's scared. It's just. He has no, he took it for opportunity. He's getting paid, That's why ultimately he took it. He's back to, making challenger money. So that's what motivates TJ. The whole backlash and the story of how he left Team Alpha Male. He has really nothing to say. He can go on the media and the social media and talk all the shit he wants, but when he's confronted about it, he's a completely different person. I mean, truthfully. He's going in there and saying Dana Castillo and Justin Buchholz are his best friends, but where are they? They're on my team. They're with me. We won the world championship together. We won, we're the undefeated world champion. TJ held on to an interim title for a very long time. He was never really the uncrowned, undisputed world champion. It was the interim title. Dominic Cruz was the most dominant bantamweight fighter in the world. He was never beat. I went in there and beat him.
You say that TJ's scared. What is it that makes you think that he's scared?
Because he's trying to play the victim. He's trying to play the victim on the show. He's trying to be, the nice guy. And in all actuality, we know who TJ is. he is trying to portray it to the media, and I'm sure you see his media posts saying, how I'm different on and off camera. I'm the same. It doesn't have to be, me confronting an issue or me confronting something that TJ said in the media, just recently, with the shows going on. I'm sure you'll see it on episodes that how it's going to be portrayed as I'm this irrational, emotional person like Dominic tried to portray me as. I take it as me just being real, confronting problems, and that's what I think fake people don't do, and that's TJ. He's the fakest person I ever met from the beginning. From the beginning of moving out to Team Alpha Male, not even, through what he's done to this point, but I've never had a weird vibe with TJ. And our gym is so positive, has so many amazing athletes, but great humans too, very positive, and I think that we filter out, egos and bad vibes. And obviously, Dwayne and TJ aren't there, and they're together, so two peas in a pod.
Was
I just
interacting.
wanted to ask you, you kind of burst into stardom after the last win, so now you got that life in the bubble type thing. Maybe you don't see it here, but celebrities are wanting a piece of you. You're getting a lot of stuff. How difficult is that to handle the sudden increase in fame and loss of privacy?
It's just balance everything. Like my brother was just out here last week. Brought my tattoo artist in. Just being around the people that I starved with. My mom's coming out this Friday. I get to see them. I'm not able to go home as much as I like to, obviously being busy, but just staying, balanced. Remember what got you here. Everyone can be pointing in so many different directions, but I always visualize being the world champion and not having in front of 15 cameras and speaking to you guys. I didn't see any of that. So it's different, but it's balanced. But I just have to remain who I am, and what got me here. That's hard work and dedication.
When you're in clubs or restaurants or shopping, whatever, your everyday life, do you see that there's just casual people who now recognize you and come up to you as opposed to just before maybe it was more the hardcore fans?
Yeah, obviously. When you dethrone such a dominant, world champion like Dominic in the fashion that I did it, it's going to be, turn some heads, and people are going to jump on the bandwagon. I know that, and if I were to fall, those people wouldn't be here. So I've been there in my life before. I was on the top, had everything, and then I've fallen down and climbed back up the mountain. So I just know that, and if I were to lose, that's fine. I'm young, I'm still improving. That I'll hopefully have longevity in this career. But I know I prepare myself with what a win comes and what a loss comes with. A win, obviously, the newfound superstardom, or a loss, it's climbing back up the hill, climbing back up the mountain. So I just prepare myself every fight to, be okay with a win or a loss.
You said that a lot, that you visualize this title. That was part of your whole story. What did you visualize about after the title? What do you think this period is going to be like?
You're right. It's kind of the present state. I just focus on winning the title. Now it's recollecting my thoughts. Coming back into myself, setting new goals, planning out the years. I got my coaches out here. We're ready to finish the strap against TJ Dillashaw. When that fight, it's on the horizon, so we're getting ready for that. I have his best friends coaching me. If your best friends know you like the back of your hand. So we knew Dominic. They knew Dominic. So even TJ better.
I'm sorry if you covered this, came in a little late, but the last time we heard from you in Vegas, at least after the fight, you weren't so convinced that TJ should be next for you, your first defense. What changed your mind? Did that take any convincing?
Because Dominic didn't take the rematch. I was very surprised with Dominic, all the shit talking that he did, how he said he's gonna, what he said he was gonna do to me, and he wasn't able to do that. So I was just waiting for him to give the rematch, give him the respect, being the most dominant bantamweight fighter in the world. If someone, if I go in there and talk a lot of shit and the kid comes in there and beats me up like that, I'm gonna give it, at least try again because I have a fighter heart. I don't feel like Dominic does. I feel like I broke Dominic in that fight, and I really truly don't think Dominic will be the same.
Did the UFC offer that fight to Dominic, or did he officially turn it down?
Yeah, he did. He turned it down. Said he'll wait. He'll wait to see the. TJ was crying. Putting up $100,000 for the title shot. So that's fine. I'm very content with fighting TJ. I'm happy to fight TJ. I want to fight TJ. TJ's not a good person. He's not a good person. And, he's kind of a generic version of Dominic Cruz.
That must give you a lot of confidence, taking somebody that's been so dominant in the weight class for so long, and then they want to wait. They don't want an immediate rematch.
I've always had the confidence. I just needed the fights. Even you guys in the media wanted to be like, oh, he doesn't have this, and he hasn't been in this round, or I've always had the confidence. I've always believed that I was going to be a world champion when I was 11 and 12 years old. I always believed, no matter who it was. And then it stemmed to Dominic because he was the most dominant champion, and that's who I visualize fighting and winning the world title against. So I've always had the confidence. Always believed in myself. It was just about going out there and getting the fights. Getting the fights.
Has anybody spoken to you about not getting? Not that you would, but complacent. It's harder to hold on to the title than to win it. That hunger sometimes, you kind of take a shortcut here or there.
No, I've never been afraid of hard work. I think that's one of my biggest attributes is working hard. Consistency. We're getting up here before morning session. I have all my coaches in here. They're getting up. They might be going to the clubs. I'm sleeping in. We're getting here at 8 a.m. doing workouts. Staying consistent. Like you said, it's hard to get here. It's hard to get in the UFC. It's amazing to be in the UFC, and it's they crack the top 15, and they crack the top 10, and then become the champion, and then become pound for pound. It's everybody in the world wants to be that. Everyone is is young. The sport's evolving. As you can see that. I just know what I have to do. Just keep working hard, dedicate myself. I have a good core group of people, supporters, coaches, family members that are, if I would get out of line, they would put me back in line, or I'm sorry, getting off the path, they would, but I know I've been there. I've done that. I let myself do that at a younger age. As a kid, I'm a grown man now. I know what it takes to get here and what it takes to stay, and I'm willing to do that. So I'm very excited, to jump back in camp. I love the grind. I mean, it's for me, routine, structure. That's when I feel like I have the most success. But it's great that my coaches are out here. They're 100% invested. I have a lot of my teammates coming out. That just shows how strong our team is. We have, kids are 18, 19 years old, piling in cars coming out here to train with us and train with the team and help out. I mean, it's something very unique that we have out at Team Alpha Male.
Were you excited about coaching on TUF? I know you had a little bit of experience with Uriah, but some coaches hate it, some coaches love it. What was your feelings on it?
I was very excited. I mean, I always pictured myself fighting on TUF. I was like, I'd use this as, a career booster to get on here, to get noticed, to win the show, and get an Ultimate Fighter. Because I feel like, I would get. It had to be 3-0 to be on the show to try out. So I was always like, I'll get 3-0 and then try out for the Ultimate Fighter. I went a different path. I didn't have to do the Ultimate Fighter. I remember when Faber brought me back, or when Faber brought me on his season to help out, it was awesome to be able to help out, to be on Ultimate Fighter. And then nearly a year later, I'm here as a world champion coaching these guys. And this season is amazing because all these fighters are battle tested. They're all UFC veterans or have been on the Ultimate Fighter, so they have more experience being on the show than I do. But it's great. I mean, I have a great group of guys that I'm training with, and they make it fun. Win or lose throughout this season, I'm just happy to be a part of their journey and help them out. In their careers, also hopefully better themselves as humans as well.
Cody,
You talked about that a little bit, how you don't have as much experience as some of these guys do. What do you think you bring to the table for these guys as you train, as you coach them in the season up front?
What do you think I bring in?
Yeah.
I mean, I bring in the best coaches, obviously. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I'm the world champion. I have my uncle who's been my boxing trainer since I was, a young teen. Justin Buckles is out here, Danny Castillo, Fabio Pineda, Uriah Faber. I'm bringing in so much experience with me. That's helped me out. I'm not to say that I'm a coach. I don't know at all. That's why I brought my coach in. I truly believe that they're the best coaches in the world. I mean, they've helped me, be a world champion. So they're in here day in day helping these guys out. And they really care. The thing is, not that they're good coaches, that they're so passionate. They're passionate. being here, you know, it's draining to be out here, you know, as a coach, as a fighter, but you know, you devote your time, give up your time, you know, away from their businesses, their lives, their families, and they've been nothing but passionate, you know, helping, you know, going over just how they are at Team Alpha Male. Like, we feel like these guys are our team. They are our team, you know, they're our brothers. We're there with them, and I'm just really happy to be a part of Team Alpha Male and for them to be able to help out with this experience, with me being a coach. Like I said, from everyone that's even on the team, amateurs, pros that are driving out, making that haul, just to be a part of it and help me out. Just have a really good team.
The term redemption obviously means like they're getting a second chance here. For you, what does that mean to kind of help to motivate these guys to get that opportunity yet again?
You know what's amazing? I don't know. I always just tell these guys, you know, a lot of people don't even get a chance at life or a second chance. You know, some of you guys are getting third, fourth chances, so you gotta just seize it. You know, take out every opportunity, come in here, work hard, get better. You know, this isn't the end path for your end journey. You know, if you were to lose on the show, you know, you're gonna go on, keep training hard, getting better. A lot of you guys, you don't have these eyes on you, you don't have these coaches on you, you don't have this, you know, specific work, this pad work, you know, this structure. So use this, and you know, a lot of these guys, you know, maybe that's what they needed, some little bit of structure, a little bit of help. You know, they're all battle tested, they're all tough, but maybe they just need a little bit of you know, more coaching, a little bit better eyes on them, little things. You know, like I said, they're all talented fighters. Maybe they just need a little bit. So I brought my coaches in to help out with that, and the feedback's been amazing.
Your last one.
Cody. I'm sorry, I wanted to ask you, when you look at some of the great champions who made the most money, right? You know, Ronda, Chuck Liddell, Connor. You know, there was always something special about them. They got finishes, you know, whether it would be submissions or knockouts. Do you feel kind of like in your case that you need to go out there and knock out TJ to sort of make that statement to push you even to another level?
No, I don't. I know I will knock out TJ. 100%. 100% I'll knock out TJ. I don't have to go out there and get the knockout. I'm going to go out there and perform. I'm going to go out there and have fun. I'm just finally hitting my stride. You know, I was 10-0 going into my title fight. I feel like I'm hitting my stride, mixing it well. My team has helped me, you know, become a complete martial artist. So I'm very excited to go out there. I don't feel like I have to go out there and knock TJ out to become this mega superstar, and that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in here to be the best. You know, if I go out and knock TJ out and that's what happens, okay. But I'm here to be the best, you know, that I can be. I want to be a future Hall of Famer. I have goals inside the octagon and outside the octagon, but that's not my motivation to go in here and knock out TJ to be a superstar. Obviously, the money's nice. You want to survive, want to start a family, you know, and start that next chapter. But for now, it's just defending the belt and getting better each fight and going out there and performing. And I'm enjoying fighting. You know, there's probably going to be a time where, you know, that'll, you know, subside. But I'm just getting started. You know, I'm really just getting started. I'm just tapping into my potential. I feel like I haven't even fought at 50% of my potential. I feel like I still have so much more to offer in the octagon, but I'm just, you know, I'm 11-0 now, 11 pro fights, and I'm just hitting my stride. So I'm very excited for the next 5 years of my career, and I just hope to have longevity and I, you know, stay healthy.
Okay, guys.
We do one more since he started his.
Yeah. And in your last fight, you just put your mind control in the cage. You know, that's the kind of thing that you want to pass for your team. You know, teach for your guys.
That's one thing. I think fighting is all, 99% mental. You can work on your physicality and your physical strength and speed and power, but the mentality that you take in there is what sets, you know, the great from the best. That's what I always work on, is my mentality. I put myself in the worst position, visualize me getting knocked out or me getting beat in there, and that's what motivates me. That's what makes me put in the extra work. Because you feel so amazing with a win, you know, so rewarding. Everybody, not just yourself. Like, my coaches are happy, my family's happy, you know, everyone that supports me is happy. And the real supporters, even if I lost, are still happy. But it's just so rewarding to go in there and set a deadline, your time frame, work hard, you know, grind with your teammates, your coaches, your family, supporters, and go out there and get the win. So the mentality is, the mental fortitude that I take into the fight. I work that. You know, I use sleep deprivation. I read. I use a lot of, you know, that in there. I think that's what everyone's tough. Everyone's fast. Everyone's skilled in the UFC, especially when you get in the top, you know, top 5. You know, some of the best fighters in the world. So everyone's tough. It's the mentality that will separate you know, the great from the best, or the best from the great.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for that.